At first I thought it was a terrible idea, but Chris explained all the advantages, and I'm totally into it.
I wish you would have spoken to me first.
Why?
I'm not convinced that you're working here again is such a great idea. You've got a criminal record. If anything goes wrong, you're the first person they're going to accuse.
It's not like I'm some ex-con who did 20 years, Mom. My going to jail was a one-time thing.
Even so, there are other places to work besides hospitals.
Right, places where I can say doing fries at that. That's real challenging. Don't you want me to learn something?
Since when are you so interested in working at Memorial? I've worked here for years. You never even asked me about my day.
Okay, I get it.
Get what?
You don't want me around. It would have been better for you if I stayed in jail. It's all because of him.
Well, was it something I said?
Chris Hughes is trying to get Alison a job at the hospital.
Well, I think that's great.
Did you say great?
Well, think about it. The only reason I'm not living at the house right now is that Alison moved back and decided that I wasn't worthy of you. I mean, maybe if she starts to work here, she'll realize that I'm not that bad a guy. Once she realizes I'm okay, you and I can start to enjoy ourselves every night.
So you lied to me about what? That night in Marshall's hotel room? Ever since I made a statement of Margo, there's been this weight on me. And it gets heavier and heavier every day. And I need to let it go. I need to free myself. Margo, I want to confess to somebody.
Well, then, you know what, Bonnie? You got to talk to a priest, not a cop.
How about a friend? I mean, can I still call you that?
Yeah, sure you can.
Good. So let me tell you why I went to Marshall's room. I went...
You know what, Bonnie? I got to stop you right there. You should be very careful what you say to me. Why? Because I don't want to hear anything that may incriminate you. The double jeopardy rules still apply here, but there is always a way around them.
The gun went off. And I could still hear the sounds echoing in my ear. And then my mom, she was falling on the floor and there was blood everywhere. She could have died, Margo. She could have died and it would have been my fault.
Bonnie, it was an accident. It was a terrifying accident.
I took that gun to Marshall's room. I jeopardized my mother's life. And how am I punished? Community service.
Okay. You know what? Instead of complaining about it not being harsh enough, why don't you just find some way to make this whole thing meaningful?
I'm not really sure I know how to do that.
Oh, yeah, of course you know how to do that. They ask you to sweep the floor, you make that floor shine. You want to paint the wall, you don't put 2 coats of paint on it, you put 3. Honey, don't just put your time in, put in your spirit and your backbone and treat those kids just the way you were treated, with love and respect, and teach them. And come on, you want to atone for your sins? You just grab one of those kids and you make her life happy.
I hear you. If I do this right, then everybody wins. Thank you, Margo. Aunt Margo. I think I know why my mom has always loved you. Why I do too.
For you.
What's the occasion?
Just to remind you that no matter what I said last time we were together, that I still love you. And there might be some lust thrown in there too.
You're beautiful.
So what do you think?
So this is it, huh? It's finished?
Yep, just turn on the blow dryers. We're ready to go.
It is spectacular, Rose. I had no idea you were this far along.
Neither did I.
Dusty had the construction workers have all night long. Yeah, working around the clock.
Without letting you know?
Well, yeah, he wanted it to be,
Surprise.
Yes, he did. He had it done. Look at that. Must have cost him an arm and a leg.
You mean it must have cost my mother an arm and a leg?
Right. Yes, we can't forget that little tidbit now, can we?
So, did you have a chance to talk some things over with him?
Yeah. I told him I couldn't be his partner anymore.
That probably wasn't easy.
No.
Well, what I want you to do is I want you to get a breakdown of his cost. I'll cut him a check, and then he'll be out of our lives for good.
Well, he's already out. You don't have to cut him a check.
What do you mean?
Dusty offered to be a silent partner. Which means he keeps his investment, gets a return on his profits. I don't see him at all. That's it.
And what did you say?
I said you didn't. I thought maybe you wouldn't like it.
And to be honest with you, that's not the arrangement I had in mind.
I know that. But then I'm sitting here thinking, maybe it's not such a bad deal, right? Dusty gets a big return on his money, and you get me all to yourself. Everybody wins.
Hi. I just wanted to let you know we're home. You okay? Your father is home. He is? Since when? He arrived about an hour ago. Well, how is he? And where's he been? We haven't had a chance to discuss that. He looks well, though. As fit as ever. Excuse me.
I'd better get out of here.
No, I'm not going to let my father run you off.
Did you just see Rosanna right now? I mean, it's obvious that she and your dad are still going at it. This is not the time to give him grief about it.
It's never the time, Aaron. I need to have this out with him once and for all, and I need you here. If he's hard on me, I might need a ride somewhere when it's over.
Of course, I'll stay.
If I thought that this would hurt us, believe me, I'd speak up. But it can't.
You haven't seen my daughter in action.
Alison thinks that she's losing you. Once you approve her working here and she realizes that you're still on her side, she'll relax and get out of our way.
What if she doesn't?
Well, at least we know we tried. Give Alison what she wants, and we get what we want too.
You make it very difficult for me to say no to you.
Have you found a reason to?
Not yet.
Well, then don't mess with success.
He lied to you, Rose. How can you find that acceptable in a partner? Silent or otherwise?
He borrowed money from your mom, and he wasn't upfront about that at first, but he has come through
No,
for
he
me
didn't
time
tell
and
you
time
for a
again.
reason, because he was working behind your back with my mother. He's a liar, Rose. Why can't you see that?
I'm not gonna let him get anything over on me. Don't worry. I'm asking you to give me this one thing. Can you do that for me, please?
You still have faith in him, don't you? I see. Well, since my word is not good enough for you, I'll just have to find proof that Dusty is no good.
Look, there's gonna be a party here tonight, an opening party. I'd really like you to come.
Is Dusty invited?
We put the whole thing together. I can't ask him not to come.
Oh, no. Of course not. We don't want to upset Dusty now.